school, I was obsessed with Series of Unfortunate Events. The books! The film versions are not as good as the books, read the books. But I only got to, like, book, I think, 8, and then my primary school actually literally sat me down and were like, Aliyah, we're banning you from reading Series of Unfortunate Events because your vocabulary is becoming too sad. I was like, that's not the vocabulary, honey, that's what's going on up here.
The book series I was obsessed with, it wasn't Series of Unfortunate Events, it was the dumbed down versions of Shakespeare plays that they gave to kids.
Oh, no, I love those.
There was eye gouging, there was parent killing, and my favourite one was Othello.
I love Othello.
I love it, and I'm studying it at the moment, and oh my god, it makes me so happy. But that was my favourite one, and I'm sat there at like 10.
Barbecue sauce on my titties.
Story. Oh.
And I'm sat there.
I got these for a quiz.
Ellie, do you want content?
I don't know.
Me reading dumbed down Shakespeare as a child.
Okay, alright.
And it's like, it's in the little classic section, and I'm like, oh,
I actually have a question, like, leading on from that, I have a question for all of you. When do you... Wait, I need to figure out how to word this question. So I'm trying to say, like, when you were growing up, was there a point where you realised that, you know, you were far more interested in creativity or your specific fields? Was there, and do you think there's a reason for that as well? That's something else I was going to ask.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, mine's sad.
Aliyah, you go first. We love sad.
That sounds really bad. My household was not bad as a kid. Like, my parents weren't bad or anything. But my dad wasn't very available because he was, like, working all the time and just generally not very much available. So when my parents got divorced, and during that time I did start kind of, I don't remember a lot of it because I was just in my own world. But especially once they got divorced, I had to stay at my dad's for the weekend. Dad wasn't going to do shit to entertain me. So I just learned to entertain myself. Like, my dad would buy me McDonald's all the time, which is not healthy. And I'd take the toys, like the little McDonald's toys, and I'd make up whole worlds with it. Really dramatic, like, stuff. And then I got to the primary school type age. I would write scripts, and I would actually like force my friends to be like, guys, I'm writing a movie, you should be in my movie. And in year 4, I wrote my first ever, like, full-length script, which I've lost now, sadly. But it was called Hunter. It was, like, I think maybe 10,000 words, the whole document. Like, it was very, very long. And I even designed the cover by, you know, DVDs? Oh, I feel like some people are going to be too young to know DVDs. But, you know, DVDs.
Anyone too young to know DVDs should not be here.
True. Stop listening to me. But I would take the, like, sleeve out. So, you know, there was a plastic sleeve, and then inside that was, like, the cover art for the film.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would take that out, flip it over to where it's white, design my own cover, and wrap it back in. And my plan was to film my movie, put it onto a CD, like, burn it onto a disc, put it in there, and sneak it in Sainsbury's.
I did that.
You did what?
I actually did that. Basically, oh my god, I'm going to plug Rowan again. Jeez, Rowan's getting screen time.
Rowan deserves it at this point.
So Rowan I'll go on to mine because this takes a while. Basically, always wanted to be a writer. And then in year 3, I knew that it was the career I wanted to go to because we did a, like, topic, I think that's what it's called in primary, on ancient Greece, which became my special interest. And then I wrote a short story that turned into a novella about the gods, and they basically had to defeat a titan, and then Hades was just being Hades, and then like Aphrodite had a flaming hairbrush, which then turned into, like, it was like a spiky hairbrush, and it was this, like, titan that had one eye, and then she fucking went up and just, like, smacked a spiky flaming hairbrush into the eye. I was, like, 8, maybe?
Oh, we would
Imagination.
All of us quite dark children.
Yeah, that's when I realised, like, oh, this is fun, I can make my own world. And I was like, J.K. Rowling could never.
How did you get into publishing? Because you were, what's the word? And at least you're not, homophobic. Like, how did you get into the publishing side of stuff? Because you were publishing before, you wanted to start a Did I say it right?
Yeah, you did. I was 15 when I first published my book, which was fun.
Casual.
I always went the online ebook way first. So Wattpad was one example. I feel like everyone had a Wattpad age where they just wrote stories. Wattpad.
I'm still in that phase. I'm currently writing a story on Wattpad, for fun.
Yeah, that was me when I was younger, and then I got into more serious writing, and I started publishing in my school newspaper and the Creative Corner and things like that. And then I wanted to go further, so I rewrote my entire all my books and made them into ebooks, and then published through Amazon Kindle. And then that segued into me wanting physical copies, and then I started doing things like travelling into countries and writing accurate based on the countries I went to. So not to plug my own book again, the start of Descendant, they are in Athens, and I originally wrote Athens just using the scene before visiting, and then I visited and I rewrote the whole thing to have more accurate depictions. It was quite fun.
That does.
And then I just published. My first copy of the first book I ever published was awful, and then the second copy is a special edition, which is coming soon. But that was there was only 5 copies printed of that for 5 of my friends, and only one of them bought it. So great friends.
I would have forced that my friends as well.
One of the things that I've definitely realised is that you have to realise when to accept that, some of your stuff is going to be bad. Not all of it is going to be good. And coming to terms with that and just being it's okay, we can improve next time. Something that's really important.
Yeah. You can't tell me Picasso is a stick man.
At the age of 3, you cannot tell me that he did not draw an incredibly inaccurate dog.
You cannot tell me he didn't draw the sunshine in the corner of the page.
Yeah.
Oh my god, 100%. I mean, you say that. I'm really glad I didn't know how to publish, and I still don't. But I'm really glad I didn't know how to publish when I was 15. I would not release that stuff now at all.
So bad. It's so bad. But I feel like one of my favourite sayings is I'd rather have a page of shit writing than no page of writing.
That is... Do you know what?
You can...
Yes.
If you have something shit, that's awful, you have something to go off. But if you have a blank page or a blank slate, or if you're making a movie and you have nothing to go off, then you can't improve in any way.
So in my own work, if you look through my art books, okay, this is kind of a long-winded thing, but so I used to journal because I was going through a lot of mental things, and then I realised journaling wasn't working for me because I was forcing myself to try to explain how I felt, and that wasn't working because I was trying to justify it in ways that weren't true. So I'd be I felt this way today, probably because of this. So when I read back, it's inaccurate because it might not have been from that. So then I started writing how I felt in a little bit of poems and things, and they are the worst things. I will never let anyone read them. And when I was doing art, they are I will show you in a minute, but they are the most horrific sketches you will ever see in your life. You wouldn't even be able to figure out what they are. But when I go back through it, I look at it and I just think, okay, that was actually an idea I had. That was a way I felt, and then I use it in something else. So you're definitely right about the blank pages thing.
That is good though, because you're taking feelings and channeling them into something healthy and creative, and something that actually helps you get it out.
Yeah, and I think that's better for me because basically at the moment I'm going through a kind of a diagnosis process for borderline personality disorder, and if you don't know what that is, basically I can have really, really, really horrifically low moments and really ecstatically happy moments, and when I'm normal or happy, I just forget that I ever felt bad. And it's the weirdest thing. I have a really massive lack of memory through all my childhood. No memories at all throughout my childhood. So when I'm having a really bad time, or a really happy time, I make sure I get it down, because when I'm back in my normal state, I just forget that it ever happened. So it's really important for me personally to always put down how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, my opinions, even if I put them down as a piece of shit on a page. Yeah. But,
Yeah. No, that's good.
You and Dan are very similar, actually.
Yeah, you too.
I saw him nodding and I was like, do we have something here that I'm not aware of? Yeah.
I mean, my mum told me the other day, apparently they changed the acronym. For BPD, apparently they changed the acronym. I was like, why?
Wait, what do you
For
mean?
context, my mother is a therapist.
It is BPD,
I can't remember what I was talking about, but I mentioned...
isn't it?
I know, but apparently they're trying to change the acronym. I'm like, why?
To what?
That works.
For what reason?
I don't know, my mum said something.
Maybe they
I was
thought
like,
it
that
got
does
too
make-
boring.
We've been using BPD for like 100 years now.
Currently, that's the current attempted diagnosis for me too.
Yeah.
With doctors and
Do you know what? I think that it's one of the most misunderstood things as well, because people think that you can. So when it's like, it is like having different personalities in you, but you're still the same person. It's not like schizophrenia or bipolar, where it's like, well, bipolar is not really the same, but it's not really where you like are switching and you're still the same person, but your emotions and your opinions drastically change. At least for me, anyway. And people think that sometimes people think you're manipulative, that you're mean, that you're being, yeah, just like loads of different things. And then it's literally, for me personally, so when I'm having a bad moment, I go through this obsessive phase that I don't like any people. I don't like humans. Not specific people, but humans in general. I don't like humans. I like animals, that's it. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't like anyone. Everyone is against me. Everyone's attacking me. I'm going to be defensive because, you know what, even if you say, hi Ellie, how are you? I think that you're about to murder me in my room. And then when I go through happy stages, literally, I love everyone. I want to be everyone's friend. I want to give everyone a hug. I'm so excited. I developed this like twitch because I have so much energy. And it's so weird, and people think that you're manipulative or that you're changing yourself to fit other people.
Or something.
Yeah, and it's just,
Yeah.
so it's just, I don't know, it's difficult, but anyways. I'm glad that I have someone here who understands.
You get it.
That's how I remember you, though, the happiest stage. Like, when I first joined, everyone would always be like, hugging each other and all that, and I was like, oh, everyone's
Yes,
so lovely.
but do you know, sometimes you guys would come in, oh my god, I've just had this memory come back. Sometimes Dan would come in, and not Dan, but a different Dan,
Not me.
and people would be like, oh, are you okay, like, is something wrong, like, because you seem down today? And I wouldn't talk to anyone, and people thought that I was just ignoring them sometimes. No, that was, and it's taken me until now to figure out what it is, because at that point I didn't want to talk to anyone, because I thought if I talk to you, something's gonna go wrong. So I just would stay silent. And it's only taken me till now to realise. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love that creativity is helping. Like helping.
Oh,
and
a million percent, and that's why. It's like my way to cope. It's how I get it out, and that's, again, sounds so cliche and so cringe, but if you are a creative person, you understand it. It's your way of just getting it out and just relieving yourself of pain, and yeah.
100%. Yeah.
100%. I mean, I was thinking about it today. When I'm writing and stuff like that, it's the only time I can focus for hours where it physically help me to do so. Because if I focus for too long, I will just get headaches and fainty, stressed and overwhelmed. And I do experience sensory overload as well. So, but I find that if I really just have my headphones in blasting some random, like maybe Numbers Arse playlist, which I'm loving at the minute.
Oh god, yeah.
Like if I'm blasting music, I'm sat there and I'm writing, I literally just disappear. And if I didn't have creativity, I think I would just be stressed all the time.
Yeah.
Yes,
It is
yeah,
escape,
no,
like Danny was
genuinely.
saying.
And I feel like to be a creative person is to be a brave person, because you have to go through so much. Like what we were saying earlier, you have to go through the fact that you are being looked at, people are judging you, and when they're judging you, they're not just judging a piece of work you did. That work has come from you. Like, they're judging you as a person. Then you have to be okay with that, and then you have to go through all this thing of figuring out how to put your thoughts down, what you want to do, whether you have to be happy with your work, which I don't think anyone ever is. I've never done something and thought I'm 1,000,000% happy with that, and I don't think I ever will. and you have to. He's holding his book up again.
Aliyah just keeps going.
The only thing that I've ever been proud of.
Right, if you're listening to this, you should do a drinking game. Every time Dan picks up the books, you take a shot.
Unless you are of the age where you don't know what DVD is, in which case, please leave the podcast.
Go back to where you belong. We don't want you here.
No.
I watched Dora
I love
Explorer
that.
or something. You might actually learn something.
You might learn maths unlike us, so.
Yeah,
That's
true.
interesting.
But Amber, so yeah, what was your kind of
Yeah.
point where you thought actually this is what I'm interested in?
I had a few little ones. I don't think I had one clear-cut moment. I had different ones for different things because I don't have like one focus. I pretty much love everything. So when I was really, really little, and this might just be something I do because sometimes I just zone out and daydream for about half an hour, and then I look at the time and I'm like, oh, it's dark outside. But when I was a kid, I would watch TV shows, and then I'd like run around, pretend to be in the TV shows, and I'd create this whole thing. My mum saw that in me, but I was really, really shy, kind of. So my mum saw that in me, and that's when she signed me up for Stagecoach. And that's kind of the first time. And then I did my first proper show, and I actually was kind of good at it. Like, I wasn't. But they were like, oh yeah, you know, you be in this. And we did Little Shop of Horrors. And I was supposed to be in the stage below, and they put me in with the older kids, and I was really scared, and I was playing Audrey, and I was like, I have to sing? But I was good at it. So my little child's brain was like, yay, people are proud of me, I'm good at this, let's do it. You know what I mean? So that was the first thing that kind of got me into, like, theatre and everything. And then, ages ago, I was going through a really tough time just in general. And my uncle, for my birthday, had bought me a guitar for £3 in a boot fair, right? And he just like, hey, do you want it? And I was like, yeah. And I was going through a really shit time, and I didn't really know how to cope with things. So I was like, you know what? Distraction. Guitar time. So I did it, and I'm not good by any means. But I was like, this is a bit of fun. I'll just do this. Somehow wound up in a fucking band. Don't know how that happened. But things escalate, and you start something with like a really good, hey, this is helping me right now. This is helping me not think about this in a different way. This is helping me put my feelings across in a way that is good and not.
I love
the
that
dark
one.
one.
Like, this is helping me right now, and that's really like, things will change. Things that you're interested in will change, but
Yeah.
it's right for you at the moment.
Yeah, because it was.
I think
like
that's why I'm so close to work.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
You froze me, so I thought you were done. Sorry.
No, fine, carry on. It's cool.
No, but it's like, you know, I did not have a good time at school. Anyone who knows me on any type of personal level know that. I had a horrible time at school. I was bullied. That's might as well have been at that point. But I remember that it gave me a sort of hope because I was at a point in my life. I'm 17. I've barely lived. But I was at the point where I was like really feeling hopeless. I was like, I don't think, you know, what am I going to do with my life? What am I going to do with my time? Why are you dying? What did Daddy do?
Wasn't me this time.
Like just a cute photo of what was going on, and the flash was on, and it just blinded everyone. And I'm really sorry about it. But yeah, you guys carry on.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, it gave me hope because I was like, you know what? I don't need GCSEs, or I'm not saying don't do your GCSEs, please. It will make your life so much easier. But I was like, you know what? Even if I fail, like, but it made me realise
dig into all that shit. That's the most important shit you'll ever do in your life.
Well, yeah, but I was like, you know, it made me realise that it's not gonna, you know, there's no point working so hard and overwhelming myself and like killing myself over it because, like, you know, there is stuff out there for me to do, and that really set down the foundation for my level of determination to get things done, which is why I started doing, you know, books and stuff and all this stuff, and it just keeps me going, keeps me afloat, gives me something to like hope for, live for, I guess. Don't know where I do that.
You say like, oh, doing books as if it's such a casual thing.
I mean, it wasn't. When you first approached me, I was like, wait, it's going to be published? I was so excited. I am every time still now.
I'm immune to that now.
I I am until I hold it. When I order it and I hold the physical book, I'm like,
That's what I
think
love
it's
about
a
it.
feeling.
Like you just said when you were like, oh, I get excited every time. It's always something new. That's what I love. It's always something new. And you just have complete control over it. I don't know whether maybe that's something in myself that I have a problem with control, but I love it because I am, like, I'm in control of it and no one else can harm my work. That doesn't make any sense, but no one else can touch it. Like, that's
yeah,
my...
no, I get it.
No, I completely get it.
I really like that.
Yeah.
I completely get it because the whole thing with me is if I'm feeling really stressed or like out of control of my own situation, it really kind of sets me off. Like, I don't know what it is, but I just kind of like freak out about it. And doing stuff that your little control, it's your little bubble.
Yeah, literally no one can touch it. No one can touch it.
Nobody else can get it because it's your brainchild. It's your little safety ball. It's like, remember those fucking bubble things that would sit in a like paddling pool and you'd run around with them?
The orb things, the orbs? Is that what they're called?
Oh my god! Oh my god! I've never done one!
Having in like blue water.
I always wanted to.
Them.
No, genuinely.
No, I get that. It's your own world. You can do what you want. It's great. I don't have to be Aliyah, right? I can be someone else.
Yeah, and that's the pros and cons of it, though. That's the thing. Like, as much as it is your own child, I suppose, then when you create it and it goes wrong, or someone doesn't like it, or something happens, like
Oh yeah.
it's your fault. Do you get what I mean? Like, no one else has done that. You messed it up. So it's
100%. I mean, my first. Oh, sorry.
No, that's right. Go on.
The first like proper script I did and took seriously was something called The Right Side of Wrong, and my friends, I actually got a bunch of my drama friends. At this point, we were doing drama GC school, so this must have been like year 10, maybe year 9, and I got a bunch of my friends to do it and like be a part of it. And to be fair, it wouldn't have turned out good anyway. But you know, at the time, it was really important to me, and I put all the work in. I made props, handmade props myself. I got costumes. I did all this stuff. I rewrote the script. I printed the script for everyone. I emailed the department to let me use the drama space, the rest, like the fight scenes and stuff. I really went all out for it, and every single person at one quit or was like not showing up, and it really broke me at the time because I thought this is gonna be, you know, stepping stone to success, and it's, you know, gonna be great. And to be honest, I'm glad I had that experience. It gave me a bit more realistic perspective on things. But yeah, like what you were saying, it was like somebody take my baby, just like throw it in a bin.
Wow, that shit.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
I have
When,
two fun stories. You go,
when,
Dory.
when someone attacks your work, they said earlier they're attacking you. Like, it's just so difficult because I feel like every piece of criticism, as much as it's very important to take, and you need to listen because otherwise, you know, you sit in your room but not getting anywhere else. But it's just very personal, and you have to learn to deal with it.
Right.
It's just so iconic.
Danny's your man.
Yeah, that's
Right.
Which is something I'm still dealing with. Even like when sometimes my mum will look at a painting I've done and she's like, oh, like, can you change this? Like, maybe you should change this. And I get so angry, but I know, yeah, no, she's right. Like, I do need to change that. But it's just the fact that I've spent sitting there on my own in my own little head, sitting there doing it, and then I come out and someone just instantly sees something wrong with it, and it's like, oh crap, like it's really difficult to take with the spelling error on the side of your book. You're like, which I love. I wish they could see. I feel like it almost looks intentional because it's just so iconic.
Danny's your man.
Yeah, that's true.
It says it's got two R's.
Misfortune.
Misfortune.
Oh god.
That's his theme too.
I don't know how I missed that. There was also stuff from the back that was wrong because they were like, oh yeah, it's going in for like processing and like we'll check over it. Fuck, did they? Where? Where's the evidence?
Yeah, but maybe they thought it was intentional because of how iconic it is. Maybe they sat there like us going, Misfortune.
Maybe.
And then they just keep it.
We're too iconic to
They were
spell
just like, oh.
properly.
Yeah.
Who needs spelling?
Yeah, if you're looking for any books to read, I do recommend Escapism, Misfortune, The Sunset Forest by Rowan Costin, also Descendant by Dan Stokes. That's me. I'm changing my last name.
If you're doing the drinking game, I'm praying for you.
Oh,
I'm not religious.
have an ambulance on speed dial.
I'm just so glad we brought you on.
Ask you guys about just separately. Was like how to should me? Do you have anything you want to aim to Lily?
Yeah, I've got none of that.
I cracked up so bad.
I
my Wi-Fi.
I think
I'm
it's,
leaving.
I don't know if it's mine.
No, Ellie, I think it might be yours.
Yeah.
I think it's you.
Oh no, that's awkward.
It's fine. Just go and come back.
Is that a sign that we've talked too much?
No.
Should I leave and come back?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Perhaps,
come
yeah.
back.
I'm doing an hour.
Oh,
Is it an hour? Oh yeah, I set my alarm for another
We've
20
got
minutes.
about 9 minutes. Yeah.
Oh god, alright. Wrap it up. This is a very good episode though, I like this. I think Ellie's one of the best guests we've
This is a good
had.
episode.
I love you, Robin, and Amanda. Very
back.
intellectual.
Should we do
Okay.
highlights?
Yeah, let's do highlights. Fuck tag off. We did that about 2 episodes and gave up. So, Ellie, being our lovely guest, would you like to go first? If your connection
I like the
allows.
episode, right?
Favourite
I
moment?
have on favorite moment of my life.
No.
No favourite moment of the episode.
It's like that thing that we talked about. Of your life.
My wife.
I mean, you can give us your life
my
story if you can fit in 9 minutes.
Thanks. I'm saying my favorite of the episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my connection is horrific. Why anyway? I think like no, I can agree with me about the whole thing. Where that's noise and always an outlet, and also knowing that I now have a friend. That's fun.
I love it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. It's a bit erotic, but you're alright.
It's fine. You're not Craig level. You're good.
Okay.
Put subtitles on
Wait.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Aliyah, what's your favourite moment?
Oh, I don't know. I've loved everything about this episode. This is one of the episodes I think is going to be very, very turn out very good. Probably all the metaphors we use, like your one about it's better to have a page of shit than nothing, and having to just accept that your work's not always the best. This has given me some like real motivation, which sucks because I'm going to go to bed and then have to do college all week. But like, it's really given me like oomph. But yeah, Amber.
Good. I have two. I was going to say, first of all, the same thing as Ellie, with the fact that other people get the whole your little bubble thing. Because I always thought I was just a bit like, too invested, chill out a bit, pump the brakes, like, calm down. But the fact that you guys get it,
No such thing.
like, makes me feel better about it. But also, when we talked about, like, performance, especially, and, like, how that affects you from a young age, and how if you're not ready for that kind of public, like, not criticism, but like being on display, that's a whole thing. And I'm glad that other people get that as well, because that's always something that I was like, oh yeah, you're just a bit sensitive, like calm down.
Even if no one else is really focusing on you, you know that it's like it's you being conscious of the fact that you are being seen. If no one's watching, you're in a vulnerable position. So
100%. Danny?
I really like talking about like how kind of like vulnerable creativity is like it's quite cool. I liked that bit, and also like how it's like both expression and escapism, and how like we creative but fucked at the same time. Also, I like making movies in my head, so that's fun.
I was just going to say something. I was like,
sorry, my bad.
I thought you just stopped yourself. Like, oh, let me not.
Oh no, my Wi-Fi is just dog shit.
All of the Wi-Fi suck.
Yeah, it was going really bad. Like, Aliyah, you've been the same freeze frame for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I hope it was something sexy. Because last time it was really bad.
I'll take a screenshot. Wait.
Oh god.
We're currently doing
yeah. I mean, Dan, every time you said escape so far...
It's like you're going to Debbie Wright.
I do Debbie Wright all the time.
Escapism.
Yeah, I just want to be like, escapism is out now. I will link Danny's website in the description. I did on the first episode as well. I will for all of the episodes. But yes, thank you so much, Ellie. It's been great. You've been one of my favourite guests.
This has been so fun, genuinely. I loved it.
We have to go on again if we do a season 2.
Yeah, if we do more episodes about creative shit,
I would
like
love-
any masters.
I would
Any
love
masters?
to do that.
Yes. And new friends, love
I'll
it.
be ready.
Quick question. Wait, will you ever? This is completely random. Will you ever get a master's degree?
Do you know
Please
what?
get him back.
I've literally said before, one day in one point in my life, I want to get a master's just because my last name is Masters.
It's like, I wonder if that's thick because you could be Ellie Masters of the Masters.
I'm sorry, the dog. I have to keep muting myself because the dog is going at me because she wants to leave the room. Can you hear?
Oh,
I'm gonna go and let her out.
anyway.
Are we ready for Craig to fuck off?
It's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck off,
Bye, Broski. Thank you for listening.
Bye,
Thank you.
fucking Zaz.
Oh, wait, I need
Ellie,
to
say
do the
bye.
outro.
Say bye.
Outro.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Just something.
What's something fun to talk about?
Boobs.
Here to talk and we're here to chat.
Would you adopt me?
Here to have fun, here to have a laugh.
What just came out of your mouth?
Probably won't go quite as planned,
Literally where my brain went.
but we're about to get frickin' zazzed.
Fucking Zaz.
What's something